This is what healing looks like. This is what healing looks like.
Hello, everyone. Grab a drink and a chair. I'm Angie.
I'm Jody, and this is what healing looks like.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah. So,
Oh, heavens.
let's talk about what healing looks like on a Thursday, on a normal, everyday Thursday, like mundane, and what you need to do to help yourself on a normal day.
I've got lots of feelings about that.
So, this morning was super hard. I got out of bed really great and really easy, and everything was fine, even though I wanted to crawl back in bed. But it was fine, and I was getting ready and stuff, and then all of a sudden I had felt defeated. Like all the feelings are coming in, and I'm feeling defeated, and I'm letting the tired feelings like overwhelm me and make it harder for me um to keep going, you know?
With everything.
Yeah.
Just sometimes, like, I know what you mean, because I felt that too, and like even breathing sometimes.
Yeah.
Like right now, like I feel tight in my chest
Mm-hmm.
and all the things because of it's Thursday.
Yeah.
I woke up like this.
Right. And sometimes you just don't want to adult for the day.
Yeah.
And then today is the day that you need to show up for yourself.
Right.
And take care of yourself. And that means resting without guilt. It means like taking care of yourself, washing your face. Like do all the things that make you feel human again.
Yeah.
And that's like huge, is to keep your routine and keep going, and those quiet reminders of you're still healing and you're still going through the motions, that you're showing up for yourself.
Yes.
So today was really a struggle for me this morning to get ready to go. But I needed to show up for myself, and I needed to show up for you, because that's what we do.
Right. I feel the exact same way. Like I honestly, when I woke up, I was happy that I woke up when I did, because when we record like this,
Mm-hmm.
my routine is everything to me.
Right.
And it's everything to me every day.
Right.
Especially on days like this, though.
Because now you have a time.
Now
limit.
Yes. And
Like,
which is, I was thinking about yesterday when I left,
mm-hmm.
and how you asked me when I wanted to record, when I wanted to come over.
Mm-hmm.
And I said as early as I can, because I have to do it in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that when I was falling asleep last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I shouldn't have just ended it there with saying that, because that's not the real reason. That's not the full reason. The reason is because if I plan something that I'm going to do on a regular basis later in the day, and I know I'll be better in the morning or whatever it is I'm doing, I can't make myself do it later. And I'll try. I
understand completely.
I'll try. I really work on it sometimes. I get in my head,
Mm-hmm.
and then I usually end up canceling,
Mm-hmm.
because I can't, like, then I'll be in my head about what I'm going to talk about, or how my reply, or what I look like, or what my body looks like, or
you start to overthink.
I overthink everything,
Mm-hmm.
because I woke up and I was tired.
Mm-hmm.
And all the things, and the first couple things I thought was, I need to tell Angie I'm not good today and I don't want to record today.
Right.
I was like, what? No,
right.
no.
Right.
You will do what you need to do to get there.
Right. Right. My little ego voice is over here trying to get me to self-sabotage so I can just crawl back in bed. I totally understand.
And listen, friends, I Marco Polo Angie at the butt crack of Jesus every day.
every day.
I love that we Marco Polo each other,
Mhm.
and she got the app just for me. Like I said, I wish that you would Marco Polo because I want to talk to you in the morning, but I don't want to text you because I don't want to wake you up, and I'm going to lose what I'm going to tell you, but it's just hard. And the next thing I know, she's Marco Poloing me. I had a Marco Polo for Magic Papa. That's how we help each other
Yeah.
out. When we know that it's going to help each other. And let me tell you, since we've been Marco Poloing,
Mhm.
it has helped me so
Good.
much. But like this
Good.
morning, I picked up on your energy,
Uh-huh.
and I knew you were struggling too.
Oh, I was super
And so
struggling.
that is
Mhm.
why I didn't Marco Polo you this
Yeah.
morning. Because I knew, like how we were talking about yesterday,
Right.
I knew that if we would support each other in canceling.
Yes, absolutely. We would.
And so I started getting ready so that you would see that I was getting ready when I Marco Poloed you.
Yeah. Well, that's why Marco pulled you first this morning,
Uh-huh.
just so that you knew that I was.
And the second I
Going.
saw you,
Mhm.
I saw you getting ready, but you weren't ready yet. And I was like, good girl. Good job, girl.
Yeah.
Like this is what healing looks like on a Thursday, friends.
Absolutely.
Like
Mhm.
we're struggling today for different reasons. And, there's just a lot of stuff.
There is a lot of stuff. There's a lot going on.
I feel
all
like
the time.
there's like just chunks of stuff floating around in the air.
Yeah.
And one's going to land on me and hit me, and I'm going to have to process that. That's how my emotions feel all over the place.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's so blustery out there today.
It is. It's pretty windy out there.
Makes me want to sing Winnie the Pooh.
I know, and I wanted to record outside, but today is not the day to record outside.
Oh gosh, we were going to record outside because our hair would be like, and you wouldn't
Mine
hear
would be
us.
like this. Anyway, the things that will help you get through, like laughing with a friend and pushing through for yourself to do the hard things, to go to work, to get up and get ready and go to work.
Right.
Those are the things that you're doing to help heal yourself, to know that you are a survivor and you can keep going and you don't have to listen to the little ego voice that's telling you to stop.
Right.
Now, don't confuse that with needing to rest.
Right.
That's a totally different thing. When you're exhausted and you need to rest. It's like I always refer back to this, but it's the truth. When you're on an airplane, the first thing that they say is, with the thing coming down, is to put it on yourself and then put it on everybody else. And that's the same thing with life, is how are you going to help anyone if you're not helping yourself? Like, if you're not healed or healing the versions that you need to heal, there's no way you can help anybody else.
You can't even help yourself.
Right.
Like I think about 4.5 years ago and the person that I was
Mm-hmm.
from my circumstances
Mm-hmm.
and my traumas and all the
Mhm.
things. Some people had a really hard time being around me.
Mm-hmm.
And I never understood that until now. Because now, when I'm around people that are like me 4 years ago or 5 years ago, like it's like, I don't even know. Like, I just feel like too much pressure,
Mm-hmm.
too much coming at me at once. What are you going to say to me? How are you going to say it to me? Like, I just don't even want to be around it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, you need to remember that's how you were, so that you give that person or those people grace, like people gave you grace.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people didn't give me grace. And,
Mm-hmm.
I think back to those moments, and sometimes just not having a comment when somebody did something wrong, or
Mm-hmm.
how they should have done it differently, or whatever. Like, that's like, when I think back at things, I feel like I was just, I should have looked like one of those chickens that been pecked. I was the pecked chicken out of the bunch. And my wrangler never came to help me.
Yeah.
Like, should have happened.
Yeah.
And so when you have all those open wounds all the time, you're just constantly wanting to react to things,
Mm-hmm. Validate yourself.
validate yourself, prove what is
Worth,
right and
yeah.
what's
Mhm.
not right and all the things.
Well, because you're trying
done.
to prove your worth. Because
I don't need to do that anymore.
right.
I don't, and that's why, like, I'm sure that the people that I am not talking to right now, out of, just working on healing
Mhm.
myself, I just need some space, and so I had to put some boundaries up. Like, there's no way that I could speak to them right now
Mhm.
with how I feel inside,
Mhm.
because that old version of me would come out and take over.
Mhm.
The protective person in me would protect
Right.
me now,
Right.
and I
Right.
don't want that.
Right.
And those people don't understand that.
Well,
They don't want to even try to understand that. And it's frustrating to me.
that's for them to
It
figure
is
out.
for them. And it's none of my business really. But on days like today,
Right.
it hits different.
It does. Absolutely.
And I'm struggling with it.
Mhm.
And I know what I need to do. And
Mhm.
I'm going to do it. And I've been doing it all day. However, this day looks much different because of all that.
Absolutely.
Which is why I had to do everything I did this morning.
Absolutely. You have to show up for yourself.
I had to show up for myself and for
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
and for our listeners.
Right. Thursdays I have routines for most days, but Mondays and Thursdays are really a huge routine day for me. Mondays I like to set my personal space back together and clean it and make it nice and new and shiny. It makes me feel good to have a reset and on that day. And that day particular because that's the day that I'm usually alone at home.
Mm-hmm.
No one is usually here. I mean, my son's here, but my son will sleep until noon if I let him, because he's that age.
Right.
However, I just get that time to reset my space. So I will do my morning routine that I always do, and then I will reset my room on Mondays. And on Thursdays is my day that I water my plants. And I just have barely gotten back into to gathering plants again because my house, some places in my house are really dark, and like this is one of the rooms that it's not dark, and like all of this area is plants. But Thursdays are the days that I water my plants, and I have a full routine and get to touch them, and it makes me feel grounded, and it makes me feel like I'm still like solid and I'm okay. And
You're
it's
present.
a very healing process for me to do those things
Right.
in my routine to make me feel better
Right.
and that I am not insignificant in my role in my home because my plants depend on me, my people depend on me, my pets depend on me, but I depend on me. And so on the days like today, and showing up for myself is the most important. And it's the most important for you to show up on those days for you too.
Yeah.
Do you have like set things that
Oh,
that
my
you
heavens.
do like on certain days, or do you just like?
I have a routine for every day, but then yes, on certain days I water also on Thursdays.
Yeah.
When we both found that out, I'm like, of course we both water on Thursdays. Why would we not?
Exactly. I have a couple of friends who do it too. And
Yeah.
It makes me kind of. I mean, I kind of know why, but
Yeah. So I like on Thursdays, like today, but every day, my everyday thing to take care of myself. And this was really hard for me to get to.
right.
Because I always have been the person that took care of everything in the household.
Right.
Like, because I was a stay-at-home mom for so
Right.
long, then I never lost that role.
Mm-hmm.
Never lost that role, even though I worked outside of the house and full-time in the house,
That happened to me too.
doing hair and all kinds of things. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And yeah, so I never understood how much I put on myself until then. And then when I became an empty nester, I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do now?
Right.
All the people I was taking care of are now gone, and I stopped cooking.
Well, good for you.
I don't know why that just came out about right now,
Well-
but like seriously, one of the things I used to do to take care of myself and my family was I cooked. And I actually am a pretty good cook, and I don't need recipes because I just
Right.
it has to look a certain way, and that's in taste and smell a certain way,
Mhm.
and I don't like to measure. So I measure with my heart. And I had been cooking for so long, for so many years,
Mhm.
and I thought I loved it. And the second the kids moved out, I was like, well, it's just me and you now. What do we cook? I don't want to cook no more. And so she like really started cooking more in
Yeah.
Clearfield.
Yeah.
And that's when we did all the things. And then that's when I realized, oh, I don't have to do that anymore. And that doesn't have to be part of my routine
Right.
anymore.
Right.
And so I feel like from that point forward, that's when I started meditating.
Mhm.
That's when because I didn't think I could meditate before. And when I lived, so this is probably, geez, I'll be 10 years ago, I became a Reiki master.
Mhm.
And it brought all my gifts forward like crazy. And with that, at that point, I knew I needed to do something and figure out a way to calm myself. Now, still all in this whole time, I still had no idea that I was ADHD, all that stuff.
Mhm.
And I was going to a doctor trying to figure out, like, why can't I quiet my mind? Why can't I, like, not, like, really? Didn't ever get diagnosed until 2 years ago, basically.
Mhm.
Anyways, and so I never understood why I couldn't quiet my mind, and it was so important to me to be able to just have and find some peace within myself. And I knew I could do it for other people, and they all wanted that from me.
Yeah.
How do I get it for myself?
Mhm.
And it took me, I think, almost a year and a half.
I'm still struggling.
I
with
would
that.
literally just go and practice every day, and I would just scan all through my body, basically doing Reiki on myself. I didn't realize that's what I was doing,
Right.
but that's what I would do. That's how I meditate.
Yeah.
Now I have a whole process. I work out of my house, so I have a room just down the hall from us, and I take my dogs out, put them back in bed with my wife, and then I go meditate. Chaos in the morning.
Mhm.
I despise chaos in the morning. And especially if the dogs are crazy. Like it gets to me so much that I can't. And so my dogs are understanding now, especially I have a puppy and he's
You have
starting
two
to
puppies.
Yeah, I have 2 puppies. But my youngest one, he's only 4 months old. A mini Australian Shepherd, and honestly, he's so good most of the time, but then other times he's too at my feet. He's wanting to bug his brother. He's wanting to like all the things. And that's kind of how it was this morning until I just looked at him and I said, listen, sir, you've got to stop this because mama is busy and you're making me upset. So you just lay down right now. And he looked at me and he laid down in the bathroom the rest of the time until I stepped on him when I was leaving my bathroom. But anyways, I meditate, I take care of my dogs, I go down, I water my plants outside because I have plants. I go and stand in the sun and I look at the clouds and the sun rising right out my back door. I usually take pictures and just so I can show Jackie how pretty it was, which she probably doesn't look at. But I do all these things every single day. If I don't start my day off that way, I can't function. Or I can function, but I'm off all day. And usually people are like, are you feeling okay? Like, are you this? Are you that? And Jackie's like, are you ornery today?
Go meditate.
Have you meditated today? Yeah. So that's the biggest thing that I do every day. I do things throughout my day all day long. Like when I stand in the sun.
Yeah.
I stand in the sun and let it soak in me and all the things. But the stuff that I do all the time, like,
yeah,
I'll have to pay attention to all I've never like noticed like all the things that I do that are so routine to me that they're just built in. But I started that way with my kids. And because I couldn't, as a stay-at-home mom, routine is everything.
Oh, absolutely.
And so that's, because I never used to have one until then.
Absolutely. I learned that about 3 years ago.
Right. Well, and honestly, when you struggle making time for yourself, routine is what's going to help you
Absolutely.
because you already know what's there.
Absolutely.
And there are things that my wife does and I do,
Mhm.
and that we know if we're doing that, just bugger off for a little while. Leave us
Yeah.
alone. Like we're doing
Yeah.
our thing.
Yeah. Usually when I get up in the morning, I do a lot of lymphatic work, but I also work out and I lift weights and I do all those things in the morning. And when I don't do them, my headspace doesn't clear. So there are mornings when we record that I can't get my workout in until afterwards, and I don't feel set for the day because I'm waiting,
Right.
to do that. I don't think I can get up any earlier. I don't get enough sleep as it is. So I don't think I could wake up any earlier than I am, because then I would definitely be the 2 or 3 hours sleep, and I
Seriously?
can't function on that. Like, and my cortisol levels will rise, and I'm not messing with that.
Well, and that's what I'm figuring out right now.
Mhm.
So this is another thing. It's good to have a routine. It's like when you have to change your routine or shift it or move some things around.
Mhm.
I don't like that.
Me either.
Yeah, but so changing my routine can be very difficult, and that's what's
Mhm.
happening now.
Mhm.
Because I used to, my meditation that I used to do that I didn't realize was my meditation is I used to run every morning. And I did that for a very long time. I played soccer for a long time. I ran track and all the things. And running didn't feel like exercising. It felt like the beginning of my day.
Yeah.
Just like meditation
Yeah.
feels like to me now. And when I think about it now, like it just... The time I spent running
Mhm.
my whole life, like I ran so much.
Mhm.
And maybe I don't need to run. I need to just figure out different ways of working out to make me feel the way that made me feel.
Right.
Because I have that with my meditation I do now that I got from that. But the other part of that feeling I need in my life again.
Yeah.
And feeling healthy and strong and knowing that I can take care of things I need to take care of without having to depend on anybody else helping me. Not that I don't want to depend on anybody else helping me, but I like to do things myself.
Yeah.
I take great pride in doing things, and I haven't felt like I've been able to do much lately because I'm just tired all the time.
Mhm.
And I know it's because I've been in this healing journey and stuff. However, I don't like that anymore. And so I'm changing it. And so I had a doctor's appointment, and he was working with me on what I needed to do so I don't mess anything up, because I haven't done a workout routine since I have 2 total hip replacements.
Mhm.
And so I want to make sure that I'm doing everything the correct way for me and my body.
Yeah.
So I'm starting with resistant
Good.
training
Good.
and yoga, and I'm going to do the lymph stuff every
Mhm.
morning because that's really important to me. I used to do that before, but I didn't realize how I was doing it. But since I stopped doing it, I don't feel as good.
Right.
So what I'm struggling with, though, friend, is where do I do it? How do I fit it in to where it's not going to make me wake up an hour earlier every morning to add these new things to the routine? What do I do?
I understand completely.
Like, how do you do it? But I am so, like, I'm so proud of you for how you treat your body and how you've been treating it lately, like with your workout and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when you went to the doctor and you
Mhm.
found out the things that could be helping you or hindering you.
Mm-hmm.
And so you shifted the stuff.
Yeah.
So when you had to shift and do things different, like, was that hard?
No, it actually was easier.
Oh,
It was easier. Well, it was because I was putting so much pressure on myself to do like certain things and be a certain way and do all the, and then when I found out it was hindering me and not helping me, and I needed to scale back a little bit and relax a little bit, it made things so much easier. So when
I
you
didn't
go
realize
into
that.
your routine and you're going to start your routine, you don't need to be like gung ho and like, I have to be perfect
Have
and
you
all
met
these
me?
things. Yeah, that's how I was too. And then when I
Sweet liberty.
when I was told, hey, you really need to scale back because what you're doing is you're overstimulating these parts that you need to ease into.
Oh.
So, and it's almost like it's like working out with weights. You work out with you can't start out at something that you can't lift twice. You know what I
Right.
mean? You have to start at a lower weight and something that's comfortable for you that puts you just out of your comfort zone so you can build muscle. So, but more importantly is your form.
Yeah.
So if you don't know if your form is off, you're not going to get what you need out of that workout.
Right.
It's not going to work the right way.
I agree so much.
So what I'm saying is with this, with going in and don't be gung ho. Be gung ho on figuring out how to do it the right way first and your form first, and then add what you need to add to it. So, like I said, when I changed things, it got easier because now I'm not overstimulating my lymph system by doing too much with it before I start to work out, or not doing it all and working out. And then also learning how to feed my body fuel so that I'm not like erasing everything I just did.
And so your body's working more efficiently, smarter, not harder.
Yes, exactly. So it became easier. And then I realized I don't have to work out for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I can work out from 30 minutes to 45 minutes and still get the same results as long as I'm feeding my muscles right. I'm doing the right things. I'm doing it with the right form. I'm doing it with the right weight. I'm doing all of the things correctly. I'm not wasting my time an hour and a half doing it incorrectly and not getting anything out of it, and then feeling bad about it and not eating properly and not fueling my body properly. So my life became easier. So that's something that you need to like really look at when you start this new routine, that you don't have to go in gung ho and you're not going to be perfect, and all of the pressure you're putting on yourself is just making it go backwards.
Can I tell you, I'm very proud of myself for remembering what I need to say. Because halfway through you saying that, Spirit dropped in and said, have you ever thought about it at night, Jody?
Right.
I usually don't get messages for myself, and they said that to me today.
Right.
But I'm like,
yeah, you don't have to cram everything in. Like for me, working out, I have to do it in the morning. It's harder for me to do it at night or in the afternoon because, like you perform better in the morning. Well, that's my performance time is in the morning too. So when it becomes later, it's harder for me. And I have other things going on later, in like kids coming home from school, husband coming home from work, kids wanting to visit that are my adult children wanting to visit, all of those things, and dinner, and those things happen too. And honestly, there's days where the only time that I get with my husband one-on-one is at night. So like that would be harder for me.
yeah.
But where you are, your evening would be right before Jackie got home.
Yeah, because my
So you could do it.
my day
you could do it then.
starts really early and
And
ends
really
really
early.
early. And it was really hard to not explain this to people
Mhm.
because it's nobody's business.
Right. And you shouldn't have
and
to
people
explain.
would be like, "Oh, well, do you have anything available this time or this time or this time?" No, I don't. This is my schedule. This is what I have. If you don't have anything, then no.
Right.
Like,
No is an explanation.
no is an answer. I don't have to explain
Yeah.
anything else.
Mm.
It's a complete sentence
Exactly.
to me, anyways. Like,
it is.
and
Absolutely.
if
It should
I
be
ever
for
say
everyone.
no to somebody, I have a very hard time saying no to people. And so when
Especially
I say no,
your tribe.
yes.
Mhm.
When I say no, I have thought about every situation and everything, and then I answer. I don't just answer willy-nilly anymore because I give everything the time it deserves. And I also deserve time.
Right.
So for me, my day starts winding down usually about 2:30, 3 o'clock
Mhm.
in the afternoon.
Mhm.
And because I have usually been up since
Right.
4 o'clock in the morning
Right.
or earlier.
Yeah.
And like this morning, I got up at 5:10,
Mhm.
which I was like, wow, I slept in. But it's because I didn't sleep last night. And so, like, for me, if I was to shift some stuff around and maybe waited and went on a walk with Jackie when she got home or
Mhm.
after she ate dinner or stuff,
Mhm.
and then take the opportunity after that
Mhm.
and do my other things, because she usually gets in the tub.
Mhm.
And so instead of laying in bed watching TV while she's in the tub, I can be doing my workout
Absolutely.
right next to my bed.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what I'm going to be doing now.
Yeah. Good.
I'll start that today
That's what you should do.
because I need to do.
And you'll probably sleep better too.
Right. And like for me, it's important for me to stretch every day because
Right. Your
like
hips.
my hips and stuff. And so I will be doing like the little bits of yoga every day and all the things.
So making time for yourself and making it important is huge, especially on a Thursday, on a mundane weekday, on a day that is harder, especially like Friday's right around the corner, and usually people have Saturday and Sunday off, so it's their weekend, and people work for their weekend, which I used to as well. I don't want to ever work for a weekend ever again in my life.
Yeah.
I never want to do that again.
No.
And I'm so happy that I have the lifestyle that I have now, that I don't have to get up and work a 9 to 5 job, that my schedule revolves around me and my family. And so I have full control over what I do every day. Well, not
Mhm.
full control, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I get to navigate my day.
You get to decide.
Right.
Yeah. And
I don't get to decide when my washer breaks, and I haven't had 14 days or long. No, it's been 16 days now. The washer broken.
it's been that long?
It has. It's been awful.
Oh my
Going to a
gosh.
laundromat. Oh my goodness. But at the same time, it's good too, because like at a laundromat, I can do like 8 loads in an hour. Where like at home, that's 8 hours.
So I'm just going to be real honest with something. And
Okay.
I know that couples do this and stuff,
Uh-huh.
but I do not like laundry.
I know.
I would rather wear every bit of clothing that I have
Mm-hmm.
before I had to do laundry. Like
Understand.
and it doesn't make any sense. I think it's because I had to do so much laundry for my kids and
Yeah.
like constantly. And I've been doing laundry. I mean, we learned how to do laundry when I was
Me
so
too.
young.
Me
I
too.
mean, when I found out my friends' moms did their laundry,
I
I was
know.
like,
I know.
what?
I have friends that their moms still did their laundry at 30, and I was like, I mean, I would do that for my kids, but I love doing laundry.
Oh,
I love doing laundry.
folks.
But getting my hands in soapy water to scrub a dish.
Oh, I would
No.
rather do
I'll
dishes
rinse all the dishes.
15 times and do one load of
I
laundry.
do not want to wash the
I
dishes.
do not. I just don't like, because here's the thing. I forget, and then I have to rewash so many times, and I'll even set a timer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, how in the world do I have to keep rewashing these damn clothes? And then I find them, and Jackie's like, honey, I'll take care of the laundry. And I'm like, but then I feel guilty but she won't. I'm like serious. Like, and then I think when we went and did something, the 4 of us,
Mm-hmm.
and I spoke about how much I hated doing laundry.
Mm-hmm.
I never spoke about it like that in front of her before.
Oh, okay.
She knew I disliked laundry,
Right.
but she didn't know how bad I hated laundry. Like, it literally, I think about it. Like, it would consume my brain.
I know. It makes you very angry.
It makes me angry.
Every
Like,
time
I'm
I
like,
talk about laundry, it makes you angry.
it makes me
makes
so
me laugh because I love it so much.
It makes me so angry. And I'm like, how do you love it? Like
I
when
love
you
it.
tell me you love it, it's just
I
like,
love it.
God, it makes me just mad. And I'm like, what is that about? Why do I care?
Every single time.
It does though, folks. It makes me so angry.
It's so funny.
Because I'm like, how do you love it? Because I wish I did.
Oh,
I think that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wish I did. I think it's because you're never done.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
never
absolutely.
done. And it's just
Absolutely.
like,
I would do like 12 loads on a Sunday because of all the kids. 5 kids and
oh, that makes
Matt
me
and
want to.
I.
I think I vomited
And
a little in my mouth.
but also
Like, no, thank
I
you.
made it a game with the kids. Like I made everything a game with the kids.
Oh, me too.
So like sorting socks,
Oh.
like the biggest one. We would have challenges. I would like be at the basket and I would hand them their socks and there was a
See-
contest about who could match them and how many matches that they could get and all of those things and like have winners and people and they never got any prizes but they got the whole sock winner of
That
the,
is
of
so
the day.
lovely that you did that, and all I can think about is like, no, no, especially a sock. Okay, I'm a germaphobe, and there's certain things that just are gross to me,
Right.
and I didn't realize why it bugged me so bad until just now, and you were talking about the sock game.
Uh-huh.
When people don't write their socks
Yeah.
before they put them in the laundry
Uh-huh.
basket, you might as well just come over and pour pee in my Cheerios.
Oh, you're so funny.
Like, I'm not kidding. Like,
I understand that.
I
I
like,
understand that because it
what?
when
Like, I
when
don't
the
want to pull it out and like your foot juices and your,
kids
and if something was on your sock, like ew!
So here's the thing, our white socks I bleach because I'm the same way, and especially I have so many boys and they're stinky boys. But the littles when they were little, it was easier and they did it themselves. They write it out there.
Yeah.
But my teenage boy would mow the lawn and he would take off his socks and he would leave all the grass and everything, and then he wouldn't write them out. So I just wash them I would wash them how he gave them to me, and then I would when I matched and I was folding his socks for him.
You'd give them to him?
No, I did it the same way. So that he had to put his socks right side out. So all of that poured on his floor and he got to vacuum all that. So guess who stopped doing that? Like, that's how
That's
I talk.
mean.
No, that is not mean. I don't want it on my floor. and
Oh,
my
I
floor.
understand.
I'm not going to clean up after his mess.
Oh, I get it.
So, So that's how he learned his lesson.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I taught all of my kids. Like, if there was something that they were doing to make my life hard, I would just put it back on them. Okay, I'm not writing out your socks with all the grass and all the dirt and putting it on my floor, and then I have to vacuum my floor. I'm going to give it back to you the same condition you gave it to me in. It's clean, but you're going to have to deal with all the grass and dirt that you left inside your sock.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a good idea, but
I had one son that would not wake up. And he's always been a hard sleeper, like always a
Yeah.
hard sleeper. When he sleeps, he's dead to the world. And it's hard to wake him up. But he would never wake up for school. And I would have to wake him up. Well, I'm getting ready for work and all
Yeah.
the things, and then having to try to wake him up, and he's hard to wake up. And finally, I was like, okay, kid, here's the deal. If I have to wake you up, you have to pay me for my time. And I'm going to charge you at an hourly rate, and I'm going to charge you $20 an hour.
what did he say to that?
And I don't care if it takes me 10 minutes to wake you up or an hour to wake you up. It is $20. I only had to wake him up one time.
And it's
charge
not
him.
prorated, son.
Right,
No prorate.
right. It's an hour charge. It's $20. If it takes me 2 hours, that's $40.
My kids would owe me
I don't
$1
have
million.
to, I don't have 2 hours to wake you up. So it only took one time. And he paid me the $20 and I never had to wake him up again. Because I understood that how much that money meant to him, that it meant more for him to not have to pay me that $20 so he woke up on his own.
Wow.
And not that doesn't work for all of my kids, but I found out what their niche was and what
Well,
they
I did a
really
similar
loved.
thing.
And
with
that's
my
where I
kids.
was like, okay, here's the deal.
Right. I guess I did similar things with my kids
Mhm.
on stuff. I just,
Yeah, that's why laundry was always a thing. It was always a game, and like putting it away in the right drawer and putting it in just exactly how it was folded, so that it made their life easier,
mhm.
and they didn't have to dig through their drawers, and everything wasn't wrinkly, and like teaching them how to value their things and to take care of their things so it lasted longer. especially like their favorite things.
Right.
And then they took pride
Mm-hmm.
in how they put things away and how they took care of
Mhm.
things and made my life easier. And
Right.
laundry was the biggest lesson to teach them all those things.
Right.
And then laundry for me is like I like crisp, clean lines. I don't know. I don't understand why, but I do.
Yeah.
So I like things folded a certain way, hung a certain way, all of
Oh.
those things. So for laundry,
Yeah.
that fulfills that need to do that. And then I don't have to do it with everything in my house because I can fulfill my need for that in that one thing that I'm doing.
I'm happy you have that friend.
You're like,
I still
hate
I still
laundry.
hate laundry. I'm not gonna lie. I would rather not. I seriously, but so much so
Mhm.
that like I will, if I've worn something, and like sometimes when I come over here and I've worn it out but we've only recorded it in,
Mhm.
and if I hold up my pants and they're not, don't have bends in them,
Mhm.
I wear them again.
Mhm.
Or like if I have like this sweater on or
Mhm.
whatever and I take it off, I didn't sweat in it, I didn't anything.
Mhm.
I will wear things like that a couple times
Yeah.
before I wash it.
Yeah.
And for me, I never understood why we did this when I was young and until very recently because I don't know what I was watching, some podcast or something, and they were talking about their big family and why they did certain things. It was to save money on the water, I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
But I always did everything in such an efficient way
Mhm.
because that's one thing about my brain. Everybody's brain is so different, and
Mhm.
mine, I can like literally look at something and know how it works just by looking at it, or know how to rearrange something and
Mhm.
see it in my head before I see it.
Mhm.
So I understand all of that,
Mhm.
and I don't want to have. I don't know. Everything has its place, and laundry has no place in my life.
That's okay. You have a wife that can do it for you or will do it for you.
Well, I don't, but that's just the thing. Like, if I have to do my own laundry, if it came down to that,
I know
like,
that.
because I don't expect her
I
to
know
do my
that.
laundry,
Mhm.
and I will do loads of laundry.
Right.
It's one of the least favorite things
Right.
that I do. And, just like Jackie and I have our dance, like
Mhm.
you and Matt have your dance,
Absolutely.
and I do certain things and she does certain
Right.
things, and it flows perfectly for us.
Exactly.
And it's our dance we do.
Exactly.
And some people might not understand it, and it's none of your business. So I don't
Right.
care if you understand
Exactly.
or not.
Exactly.
It's none of my business.
Exactly.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
there's little things like that,
Mhm.
aren't there?
Mhm. Yeah. I love to mow the lawn, and Matt loves to mow the lawn. So I'll always want to go out and mow the lawn, and he's just like, "No, I got it." But I always want to mow the lawn, and he's like, "It's one of my favorite things." So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm the yard person,
Mhm.
but she's actually been doing a lot of yard work too because
Mhm.
my health has been not great.
Right.
And so, that's one thing about my wife is she has never made me feel like something was my job.
Oh yeah, Matt's the same
And
way.
something was
Mhm.
her job, or she
Mhm.
couldn't do something that I did,
Right.
or whatever. And I'm the same thing with her.
Right.
We share the responsibility,
Right.
and
We just pick up the slack wherever we
yeah,
need to. We
wherever
don't have to ask for anything.
exactly,
We just pick up the
we just
slack.
do it.
Mhm.
And she loves to cook, and thank God because she's the best cook ever.
Mhm.
And I eat the same thing over and over and over again.
I know.
So I don't know. I think it's interesting when you brought up a couple things because I'm like, in my head, this is like things that unhealed Jody used to do that I just recognized I was doing, which is why I'm going to talk about it because this is an unhealed thing I used to do. I was like making check marks of things that I would do and she would do. And if it was like even
Yeah.
and all that stuff,
Yeah.
that's bullshit.
Right. It is. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. That has no place in my life anymore.
Right.
There's not a her thing or my
Right.
thing. It's an our thing.
Absolutely.
And that's why we work so well together.
Yeah.
And she
I think that's
understands
the
my
best.
routines and all the things.
Right.
And I understand her routines because
Right.
she has a totally different routine than I do.
Right. I think when people start taking a tally or comparing what they do to somebody else in a relationship
Mhm.
is
Very
when the
dangerous.
relationship starts to fail,
Mhm.
completely starts to fail.
It's a
So,
slippery slope.
yeah, absolutely. Because then it's money and it's all the things, all of the things.
Mhm.
So, yeah, comparing is not something that Matt and I do ever.
Yeah, and I really work on it because there was always like tit for tat, like
Yeah,
growing up,
yeah.
and
Oh,
like
yeah. Because that's what you're taught is you do
Right.
things evenly. Everything is even. Everything is fair. Life isn't fair, and
It's
that's not how you process it and how you work.
right.
That's not how the human mind works.
However, if it has anything to do with my kids
Mm-hmm.
or my littles, which is my I call
Right.
my grandkids my littles.
Well,
like if I do something for one of my kids, and I'm not like talking with every little thing. If I do like a big thing for one of my kids, I try or work on doing something for the other
absolutely,
ones
absolutely.
because I don't want. But it's
Anyone to
usually a
feel
give and a
left out
take.
or
Because
yeah,
sometimes Katie and Tucker will be going through something, or
Yeah.
Colton and Riley were going through
Yeah.
something, or Shelby will be going through something. I mean,
yeah,
it's you never know what's going on in their lives,
Right.
and I stopped sharing when I would help another
yeah.
child
Yeah.
because I'm just such an open person, and everything was like. I feel like I had to pull information out of my mom and stuff sometimes when I was growing up. And so I just am open and honest about everything. But sometimes it needs to not be like that.
Mhm.
I don't know. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So
You don't
sometimes
wanna,
you just have to keep your opinions to your damn self.
Yeah. Well, you should. You should on a lot of things.
A lot of things.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I understand though. You don't want to have one child feel left out or less than
Right.
or more favored.
Right.
But that's not what we're talking
No,
about
not at all.
with our relationships and stuff and keeping a tally. That's a different.
Mm-hmm.
That's a totally different thing.
Oh, 100%. No, but it was just super, like with me, when I was raising my kids, I wanted to make sure that each of them knew,
Yeah,
like, how important they were
Absolutely.
individually and
Absolutely.
together and as a
Absolutely.
family. You know what I mean?
So, what healing looks like on a Thursday is taking care of yourself, watering your plants, laughing with a friend, doing a podcast even when it's hard, showing up, going to work, doing all the routine things. So, until next time,
May your coffee be strong
may your boundaries be stronger.
and your intuition be louder than your self doubt.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Yeah, stepping in the light, used to walk through the shadows. Now I'm building my own throne. Last year had my name on the ground. Now I'm wearing my crown like it was always my own. I got scars, but they glow. I got fire in the road. Every bruise turn gold. Watch me rise, watch me go. This is what healing looks like. This is what healing looks like. I feel it deep down in my soul. Yeah, I'm coming back whole. This is what healing looks like. Healing looks like. Healing looks like. Hands shook, heart broke. I kept picking up the pieces from the floor. Now I laugh with the windows down like the wreckage was a door. I